Hello, and welcome to Cruising with E-Rider. On tonight's show, we're going to go off to Super Chevy in Columbus and meet Jessie Harris, the Queen of Diamonds, and watch her burn up the track. After that, we're off to Audio Advantage to meet our newest sponsor. So stay tuned for that and more on Cruising with E-Rider.
Today at Super Chevy, we're going to talk to Larry. Larry, tell us about your wagon.
Well, the wagon's a 1957 Chevrolet 150 handyman model. It runs a 283 small block engine with the 4-speed manual transmission. It's a replica of our race car we had in 1963, 1964 era.
So it's a replica car, you've redone it.
Right, from the original. It is exactly like the original.
So when did you do the car?
The car was started in about 2001. Took us about 2.5 years to complete it. And we're competing around in different hot rod events that commemorate older drag cars of the 60s era.
Who did the engine work on it?
Well, back in the day and now, I do most all the engine work and all the fabrication on the headers and everything. Dave did all the driving back in the day. He was a driver, I was a mechanic back in the time mostly. We switch off now at various times as far as the driving part. He's not been able to be here today, so I'm doing the duties today, and maybe the next show Dave will be here with it.
Well, we hope to see him the next time. This is truly a Super Chevy here at Super Chevy, and we appreciate you having it on the show.
We appreciate having you.
Thanks for cruising with E-Rider, sir.
Okay.
And you keep cruising with E-Rider.
Now on Cruising with E-Rider, we're going to talk to Jeff about one unusual new Chevy. Jeff, tell me about your Chevy.
Yeah, it's an all-new 2007 57 Chevy replica Bel Air convertible.
Okay.
Made out of composite materials. It's all fiberglass. It's about 40% lighter than a steel car.
Right.
We're doing an entire body kit that you see here. It's the full car minus trim, top, and chassis.
Right.
For $10,000 at the show.
So now, where are you producing this at?
We're out of Utica, Ohio.
Okay. You got any contact information or anything?
Yeah, you go to our website at www.freezemotorcars.com. That's F-R-E-S-E, motorcars, one word.com.
Now, are you actually putting these together in your own assembly plant?
Yes. We have a small plant out there, across from the
Really?
ballpark. Anyone knows Utica.
Right.
And we're going to shows. We're selling a lot of these. We also do parts through Eckler's Classic Chevy.
Right.
So because we're a supplier for them, if anybody needs any parts to finish their body,
Right.
they can go through us and get 15% off the entire Eckler's Classic Chevy catalog to finish their car.
So now, did you guys develop this from the mold up, or how did you guys go through the development process?
Started with an original 57 Chevy, got it
Right.
dipped, and like any 50-year-old car, it came out with holes and weird stuff that somebody did 30 years ago.
Right, right.
Spent about a year getting that car perfect, and once that car was perfect, we started making our molds from that. And we've been.
So you guys actually have full-size car molds. I would love to see that.
It's really cool. You should come check it out. It's up and down on a gantry, spinning around as you're laying the car
that
up.
sounds so cool.
Yeah,
Now,
it
do you
is
guys
cool.
have any of that on the internet? If we was to go, would we see any of that?
We don't have any video or.
So we got to
production.
drive up there to see that, don't we?
Yeah, you do.
So now, from the time that you put the molds, you put the fiberglass in, how long does it take to have a car from the time you start one?
We can do a full body in about 7 days.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So then what you've got is what do we have to add? Let's say we had one. What would the customer have to add to that to be ready to drive on the street after he buys the body?
All the trim, the interior, engine, transmission,
Right.
you know.
So he's got the body, so he would need a motor and transmission,
Right.
all that stuff.
And there's a couple of ways that like an owner can go. They can start with a donor car and take any.
Probably be the best way.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
drop our car on an original chassis. This is sitting on an original chassis right now.
Right.
And you can also use those parts. You can hang, you know, metal fenders, metal doors, all the trim, the interior. It's all going to
And you
bolt
got a
right
brand
into
new
our
car
car.
to basically go right into.
Exactly.
That's fabulous, man.
Right.
I love the idea. Dude,
Thank you.
do not hesitate to have us come up and see that. I want to see this
Anytime.
stuff. All right, now when you see your next 57 Chevy, you better make sure it wasn't made by these guys. And keep cruising with E-Rider.